Hi, friends. I'm Scott Giles, minister and hypnotist, and welcome to Power Talk, my video blog where I cover topics that interest me, focusing on how you can use the power of your mind to take control of your life. If you want to know more about my professional work or sign up for my free e-newsletter, Power Lines, check out my website, which I'll tag in the description. Well, today I want to talk about the role of physical inflammation in health. Now, this is interesting to me because I do a lot of work using hypnotism to help people manage the side effects and aftermath of a cancer diagnosis. And because cancer is increasingly coming to be understood as having its origin in inflammatory conditions, this particular topic is fascinating for me. I often talk to my hypnosis clients about inflammation, and will probably be doing even more of that because there has just been a major study that shows that emotional distress can cause enough inflammation to predispose to some cancers. I'm watching the peer review literature now to see how that study holds up to critique, and if it does, I'll be making a dedicated video about the results once we know more about it. Now, there are good blood tests that your physician can offer that will give you a snapshot of how much inflammation you have going on inside of you. And I really encourage you to talk to your physician about that and to request that test, which is called a C-reactive protein or CRP test. It only costs a couple of bucks extra if you're having a routine physical, and it can be a lifesaver. So even if you feel great, if your CRP comes back high, your medical providers will want to look deeper and maybe head off a problem that you've not felt yet. And we absolutely know that inflammation in the human body is really harmful when it's chronic. There is even coming to be a new phrase called simmering inflammation, which describes a combination of inflammation and some of the medical issues that come with aging. And it's serious bad news. Inflammation normally increases as you age, and with that increase comes a danger of cancer, heart problems, dementia, and a bunch of other things. Dr. Luigi Ferrucci, a gerontologist and the scientific director of the National Institute on Aging, has studied inflammation for more than 30 years. He's just gone on record saying, inflammation is an intrinsic component of all chronic disease. And note that he said all chronic disease. So anything you can do to get your inflammation under control is in your best interest. Now, it's not all bad. Inflammation is actually the body's way that has evolved of protecting you. It creates the circumstances in your body that are inhospitable to the growth of bacteria and the reproduction of viruses. Some inflammation is caused by the normal process known as cellular senescence, where worn-out cells gradually die and are replaced by new and hopefully healthy cells. The problem comes where there's a lot of inflammation over a lot of time, and that's chronic disease. And if you've got a chronic problem with any organ system in your body and you've got a lot of inflammation, then you've got the simmering inflammation that is so dangerous. So, what is a philosophical person to do? Well, first, understand that if you have simmering inflammation really, really bad, your physician is going to recommend medication and take that seriously. Fortunately, the medication like statin drugs are commonly available, they work well, and are relatively cheap. Second, anyone can modify their lifestyle to bring inflammation down. A healthy diet, whole foods, and a goodly supply of nutrition from vegetables is within the range of most people. So if you're living on fast food, it would be really a good idea to change that, because processed foods promote inflammation, according to everything we know about them. If you need help changing your habits and self-discipline around food, let me suggest you consult your friendly local hypnotist. It's not a difficult piece of work, and a good hypnotist can help you fix bad habits. Third, improve your sleep. Good sleep is vital to your brain health, and the brain literally cleanses itself while you sleep. It may not look like it, but your brain is actually more active when you're asleep than when you're awake. Again, if your sleep is bad, your friendly neighborhood hypnotist can help. Heck, I even give away a free sleep enhancement self-hypnotic recording on my website. So go to my site, select recordings, downloads, and more from the menu, and help yourself. Finally, control your stress level. As I've said many times, your brain evolved to keep you safe, not to make you happy. The way your brain keeps you safe is overreacting to anything that is fearful and negative, because that makes you cautious, and cautious creatures tend to live and reproduce. Consequently, you have a strong biological program to overreact to stress, and that stress promotes inflammation and everything bad that goes along with it. Now, my personal belief is that at this point in human evolution, the biological program to favor negative expectation is so strong that all of us have a distorted and needlessly negative understanding of the word. You actually have to practice some sort of discipline to turn the mental dial in the other direction, to adjust for the brain's negative conditioning, or you never accurately perceive reality. Now, obviously, I'm going to say that the regular practice of hypnotism is one very good way to manage your stress. And yeah, I am saying that. But there are other things too. Life coaching, empirically verified psychotherapy, mindfulness, transcendental meditation, and much, much more. Figure out something that matches your lifestyle and temperament, and build that into your daily life. Keep that simmering inflammation low. Hey, thank you for your time and attention today. I'll be back next week with another talk on a different subject. I'd like to invite you to join me. It helps me a lot if you tell others about my videos, so please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you're wondering if I can be of help to you, feel free to reach out through my website for a free, no obligation screening call, and we'll talk about it. Have a great week.